Good morning. Are you Johnny Jacobo Ramon?
Yes.
And Mr. Ramon, you were previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to the second-degree felony offense of accident involving death. And that was a plea agreement of a cap of 15 years in prison. I have received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Defense has. Yes,
Are there any additions or corrections?
no, Your Honor. Not from the state.
Mr. Burbank, you may proceed.
Your Honor, this is a tragic accident. If you read the factual basis, which I know you did, person was walking across the street at nighttime, and cars swerved, and my client actually hit him. As reflected by the charge, he failed to stop. He panicked, as reference to his version, that is on page 1, and then was stopped up in Lumberton. He's been employed. He has family up in Woodville. He's been employed. He's got one problem. He is not a U.S. citizen. I would be arguing for probation in this case, but it is my understanding that there is a hold on him by immigration, and that he probably will not, if he got probation, he wouldn't be released. He has 2 prior DWIs from Tyler County that were taken care of. At the same time, what you receive, basically time served, 90 days jail. The intoxication charge that I believe is from Hardin County was when he was arrested, and that's been dismissed or rejected by the, and probably because we're down here, that's how we did it. Your Honor, I asked for not. There's a death involved, and I would love to have the minimum in reference to penitentiary time, but I'm asking for mid. I think that 15 is probably too harsh, and that's my opinion, especially in light of the facts and circumstances of this, in which the person was walking across the street at the time and being blocked by other vehicles, and other vehicles had to get out of the way, but he was definitely wrong in not stopping, and he was intoxicated. I would ask for anything less than the 15, because I know where he's going to go, and that's a sad thing, but he's not here legally, and I don't know if he would like to address the court.
Sí,
Yes, go ahead.
quiero decir que lo siento, que si lo hubiese visto, no, yo me hubiese detenido antes para poder auxiliarlo, pero pues...
Hold on.
Judge, I'm so sorry. Had I seen him, I would have stopped and helped and rendered aid.
Pero pues había un carro con...
Hold on.
I'm so sorry. Had I seen him, I would have stopped. Johnny's remorse is real, but is it enough? The judge isn't buying it yet. And wait until you hear what the prosecution says next.
Hold on. So are you telling me that you didn't know you hit someone?
¿Me está diciendo que usted no sabe que le pegó a alguien?
No, sí.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Pero pues había un carro enfrente y yo no lo pude ver
There was
antes.
a vehicle in front and I wasn't able to see him on time.
Okay.
Pero pues quiero decir que lo siento, que
I want to say that I'm sorry.
si pudiera volver el tiempo lo haría, pero
But if I could go back in time, I would go back and
soy
help.
el culpable.
And I know I'm guilty.
Okay. Thank you.
I just have one question up here. What were you doing for work?
¿Qué estás haciendo de trabajo?
Estaba en el roofing,
I was a roofer.
And how long have you been in the country?
¿Cuánto tiempo has estado aquí en los Estados Unidos?
14, 15 años.
14, 15 years.
And have you always had a job?
¿Siempre han tenido un empleo?
Sí.
Yes.
And you do have a family?
¿Y si tienen una familia? Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Smith?
Judge, we would argue for the max sentence in this case under the plea agreement based on the fact that when he struck him, he knew that he struck him. That was evidenced by the phone calls the next day. He knew he hit a person.
The prosecution just dropped a bombshell. Johnny knew he hit someone, but lied to police, saying it was a deer. Then, when they couldn't find a deer, they traced it back to him. Do you think this was premeditated or just panic? Comment below.
When he was stopped in Koontz, which is a long way from the accident scene, he told the police when they noticed the damage on his vehicle that he had struck a deer. They, either through dealing with him before or suspecting that he was lying and knew he was intoxicated, went all the way back to the county line looking for a deer that had just been struck. And only because they were diligent in doing so did we even know that he had committed this particular crime. He knew he committed the crime. He lied about it. He has an issue with alcohol. He's here in the country illegally. I would direct your attention to the jail report in this case and how he's acting, showing disrespect for staff as well as masturbating in open bunk. We ask for a 15-year sentence in this case.
Mr. Jacobo Ramon, obviously the facts of the case are terrible. The fact that you didn't stop, the fact that you were intoxicated, and in addition,
The judge isn't mincing words. You didn't stop. You were intoxicated. You're here illegally. And now someone is dead. This is the moment Johnny realizes his fate is sealed. But how harsh will the sentence be?
and I'm not even sure that when you were in our jail for some amount of time, there was a requirement that I release you because of the amount of time that had gone from the time of the offense while you were sitting in custody. I did that, and then you didn't show up. You are here illegally and have now killed someone. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. And at this time, find you guilty of accident involving death. Sentence you to 15 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections.
15 years in prison. No probation. No second chances. And to top it off, Johnny waived his right to appeal. This is the end of the road for him. But here's the kicker. Even after 15 years, ICE will be waiting.
You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. It is in Spanish. I advise you to read that. If you are ever back in Texas legally, you will not be able to possess a firearm or ammunition. That could lead to more charges against you. All right. Thank you. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you, Mr. Burbank. Thank you, Ms. Burge. All right. You're Carly Davis and Carly Hoosier. And this is 24 DCCR 1385 and 25 DCCR 1237. And so we were going to be here on reviewing bond conditions, correct? And then the state has filed a motion to increase the bond.
Yes, Judge.
And is that in both of the cases or just that one?
In both cases, Judge.
Let me pull this up. I know I took a look at it last week, but.
This one's charged.
And so we've got both of these cases are driving while intoxicated, third or more. The first offense date is from May 6th of 2023. The second from February 10th of 2025. So we've got some history with regard to prescriptions. Some of it's obviously very hard to read, but it looks like prescriptions for alprazolam and something called D-amphetamine. Okay. Can't tell the date. One of them specifically says no refills. I can't read the dates on these.
We can get better photos, Judge. She has had that prescription for,
It shows it expires October 31st for the,
Judge, I had a number of questions about those photos myself. I mean, I'm not necessarily, well, I guess I am questioning the validity. This doctor that allegedly prescribed it, this Rajan Desai, there's either an Austin address or a Millburn, Texas address for this doctor. When I looked him up through the Texas Medical Board, and I'm just a little curious about.
so where do you go to the doctor? Where's this doctor from?
From Beaumont, and I do a telemed every month except every 3 months. I go to his office now. I have an appointment with him today.
Today?
Yes, ma'am.
Where specifically?
Telemed today.
Oh,
Yes,
well, here's what I think I'm going to do based on the nature of what these medications are and the history. Well, are you driving? Okay, I don't know if I already did, but a condition of your bond is going to be, as of today, that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle ever, period. Okay? So if you're caught driving, obviously you'll be right back in jail probably without a bond. Mr. Coleman, other than a no driving, is there any other?
No, Judge, I just would like to reiterate, and we put it in our motion, and it sounds like, of course, we read the motion, but, she's got 4 previous DWIs, Judge, and in addition, she picked up this latest DWI while out on bond for a DWI.
Right.
And that along with the positive drug test, I think the public safety, the community safety demands some additional assurances.
and Judge, our argument would be that, the DWI itself is for the medications. She's been on these medications for,
Well, it doesn't matter if you're on medication and you're
Right.
taking too much medication, then that's a problem.
sure.
So you can be on these medications and not be.
Also, the failure of the drug test was for these medications.
Right, I understand that. My biggest concern is the fact that if the medications are not being taken properly or too much of the medications, then that's a larger concern with the safety, and I completely understand and agree with Mr. Coleman on that. How'd you get here today? Here's what I want you to do, what I'm going to order you to do. I'm going to order that at your appointment, I'm requiring you to find out and with your doctor, get a prescription for something that is non-narcotic. So something that is not going to cause these issues if in fact our concern is that you are misusing or overusing these medications, then there's other medications that you can take. You need to talk to him today. I want you on your way to be off of both of these medications and on something that would not lead to the issues that you're having. Does that make sense? You need to get that information from him, find out what he can prescribe. I want those to Ms. DeLage, and I want her to get those to me. That is a condition of your bond at this point. If you don't do that today at that appointment and get that information to her, then I'm going to what I'll do today is not rule on Mr. Coleman's motion, so that motion to raise your bond is still out there. And if you don't get this information and you don't get this done today, then your bond will likely be raised and you'll be in jail. Do you understand? All right.
My only question is, the medication to get off of it abruptly can cause.
I understand that. I'm not saying you have to get off of it abruptly. I'm saying I want the plan and how you're going to do it, what it's going to be reduced to, what it's going to take its place, whatever it is. I want that. You need to tell him that you have been ordered to get off the medications, but obviously that needs to be done in a medical way, but I want whatever that plan is and how you're going to do that, and I want that to Ms. DeLay so she can get it to me tomorrow. Okay? All right, tell her free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.